Coming up next on TVM-News, Niche.com, a website many prospective students use when looking at colleges, gave Marywood-University impressive rankings in multiple categories. Plus, we have an update regarding the Menendez brothers, who have been serving life sentences for the murders of their parents. And just a week after her teammate made history, Marywood women's soccer captain Josephine Sorts followed suit. All that and much more coming up on TVM News.
Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, October 18th. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm John Downey. This week we have news about a man arrested for animal cruelty.
We also have news about a fire that broke out in Shenandoah.
And we'll be checking in with weather anchor Brielle Sheelan for the forecast and sports anchor Vincent Goldschmidt to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports. Marywood-University hosted a voter registration event. For more information, we go to Emily Rowe.
Marywood hosted its second voter registration event this past Wednesday, October 16th. And this together, NEPA was on campus to help students check their voter registration status and sign up to vote if they have not already done so. The organization emphasized the importance of voting and even promoted volunteer opportunities for interested students. The last day to register to vote in Pennsylvania is October 21st. Those who wish to vote by mail must submit their ballot requests no later than 5 p.m. on October 29th. Election day is Tuesday, November 5th, with polls open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Be sure to check your voter registration status at pavoterservices.pa.gov. From TVM News, this has been Emily and Casey reporting.
The Northeastern Youth Wind Ensemble concert will take place this Sunday, October 20th from 3 to 5 p.m. The event will be held in the Set La Vergetta Center for Performing Arts in the Munley Theater.
Marywood is holding a Chop Out Hunger food drive. The dates for the event are Wednesday, October 23rd from 1 to 3 p.m., Saturday, November 9th from 10 a.m. to noon, and Wednesday, November 13th from 1 to 3 p.m. The event is all about packing bags for the backpack program and filling bins for the in-school pantry. For more info, scan the QR code found on the flyers around campus.
Pacer Pantry and the Nutrition and Dietetics Department are collaborating to host a special event called Fall Food Fest Demonstration. The event will combine common ingredients available in the Pacer Pantry into simple, nutritious, and delicious recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The event will take place on Tuesday, October 22nd from 12 to 2 p.m. at the O'Neill Center for Healthy Families. Food and recipes will be provided to attendees.
On Wednesday, October 13th, the Language and Literature Club is presenting Marywood's annual Halloween party. There will be spooky games and costume competition, along with prizes for bingo, trivia, and the ultimate costume. The event will be held in room 212 in the Liberal Arts Center at 6:30 p.m.
Nativity Miguel is looking for groups and individual volunteers to assist them with running their third annual Boo Bash. The Boo Bash will take place October 30th from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Groups and individuals are needed to host and help out with the Halloween activities. Register under the Boo Bash portion of the campus ministry email. For any questions, contact communityservice@marywood.edu.
Marywood-University has earned impressive placements both nationally and statewide in the 2025 Niche College Rankings. Niche is the leading platform connecting students and families with colleges. In the statewide category for the best small colleges, Marywood is the highest ranking local institution on the list. Additionally, Marywood has also earned high remarks for best college dorms in Pennsylvania, best college locations in Pennsylvania, and safest college campuses in Pennsylvania.
When we come back, we'll tell you about an assault that took place in downtown Scranton.
That was good.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Titans go! When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived! Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A fire broke out in Shenandoah. Flames erupted along South Bower Street after 10 p.m. last Monday. Skook News caught video of smoke from rows of homes while crews were trying to extinguish the flames. There is no word on how the fire started or if anyone was injured.
Pennsylvania American Water Work began Wednesday along North Main Avenue between Viewmont Drive and Reese Street in Scranton. As part of a recent pipe upgrade project, there will be lane restrictions along North Main Avenue as crews prepare for paving and final restoration. Depending on the weather, crews will mill and overlay the roadway through today. Traffic restrictions were implemented and drivers are recommended to find alternate travel routes.
Positively for the Animals will be hosting their 6th annual Halloween costume contest and pet parade in Scranton this weekend. The event will take place in McDade Park in Scranton at noon, with the costume contest starting at 2 p.m. Kevin Young says, quote, "Dress them up, put their best costume on. You may walk away with a $100 cash prize. There will be a basket raffle, music, vendors, a live canine demonstration, and more. Registration starts at noon at $5 per pet. All proceeds go to the nonprofit group Positively for the Animals, which helps pets in the Scranton area."
Hundreds of people of purple pinwheels filled the lawn of Stroudsburg Courthouse Square. The pinwheels represent the number of people Safe Monroe helped last year. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Safe Monroe Director Lauren Peterson says for her staff, it's their mission every day to help survivors and educate the public about the signs of domestic violence beyond physical abuse. Several breweries in the Poconos are supporting Safe Monroe with the annual Hops for Hope fundraiser. Safe Monroe will also hold a candle vigil Thursday at 5:30 in Stroudsburg Courthouse Square.
The claims made against Lackawanna CTC teacher in abuse case won't be dismissed. Former students were seeking damages from the school where they claimed they were assaulted by convicted sex offender Richard Humphrey in 2017. Judge E. Mannion scheduled a trial on the claim that CTC violated students' civil and constitutional rights. Humphrey pleaded guilty to several counts of indecent assault and was arrested in 2018. Humphrey will remain a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. The judge was initially going to dismiss the claims against the school and the claim that the school retaliated against 2 students. However, Judge Mannion found abundant evidence that administrators knew about Humphrey's actions months prior to his parent making a report to Childline. CTC's policy on abuse was ruled to be in conflict with the state's policy of calling Childline first to report abuse, then reporting it to their school's administrator. Mannion says, quote, "However, during the relevant time, CTC directed its teacher to report suspected abuse only to the school building administration," end quote.
Artists are finishing a new mural outside the Anne Hallenbake Ross Library in Lock Haven. It's just one of the many murals artists are working on throughout the city. The artists are through Dripped on the Road, a traveling art agency that brings muralists and street artists to paint murals in communities nationwide. Once the murals are done, they'll be sealed with a UV protectant to make sure it's vibrant and new.
4 first responders were recognized at the Spirit of Courage Awards. 3 Wilkes-Barre firefighters and 1 Shenandoah police officer were awarded by DeSales University's Burn Prevention Network for their courageous acts while on duty. In February, firefighter Captain Eric Anderson, firefighter Ralph Graham, and Richard Matchey responded to a fire at Benai Brith, a senior living apartment complex in Wilkes-Barre. The fire department helped 146 people escape from the apartment complex, and they all survived. Shenandoah police officer Mark Hysock responded to a house fire during late December last year, where he found an 18-month-old baby was trapped in the attic. He was awarded for rescuing the baby without any protective gear.
An investigation is underway after an alleged assault that sent one person to the hospital in Scranton. Police say the assault involved juveniles inside a fast food restaurant along Wyoming Avenue. Shortly after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, a suspect is in custody and the victim was taken to the hospital. There is no word yet on their condition. Investigators say it is an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public. Anyone with more information is asked to contact 911.
Coming up next, we have news about California's earthquakes. I'm running out of breath.
My voice is slowly getting worse.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived! Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
California's peace has been recently shaken up. Several earthquakes have jostled the region to attention, including a 4.4 magnitude under Pasadena in mid-August that sent a jolt across Los Angeles. It was no disaster, but strong enough to rattle nerves. Then came the 4.7 magnitude quake near Malibu exactly 1 month later. Residents are questioning whether a large quake is yet to come.
A Lebanese American was killed by an Israeli airstrike while caring for those in a hospital in Lebanon. Kamel Ahmad Jawad volunteered at a hospital instead of returning to the United States for safety. On October 1st, Jawad, who was a father of 4 and prominent member of his community in Dearborn, Michigan, was killed. His daughter Nadia Jawad wrote, quote, "We are honored by my father's sacrifice. In his last days, he chose to stay near the main hospital in Nabatea to help the elderly, disabled, injured, and those who simply couldn't financially afford to flee," end quote. Airstrikes were reported in Nabatea, Jawad's hometown, where he was killed.
As the Los Angeles County District Attorney weighs new evidence that could see Lyle and Eric Menendez released from prison after more than 30 years, nearly 24 of their relatives are expected to speak on their behalf at a news conference Wednesday. In 1996, the Menendez brothers were convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murders of their parents, Jose and Kitty, in their Beverly Hills home. Although they denied the killing of their parents, both men held that they acted in self-defense and suffered years of physical and sexual abuse from their father.
A man was arrested for animal cruelty after his dog was found tied to a post in floodwaters during Hurricane Milton. The former owner of the dog is identified as Giovanni Aldama Garcia by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. Aldama Garcia was arrested on Monday for aggravated animal cruelty and was released Tuesday on a $2,500 bond. The Florida Highway Patrol was called about an abandoned dog shortly after 9 a.m. on October 9th. The dog, now known as Trooper, is currently in Tallahassee and is set to be adopted.
Italy's parliament made it illegal on Wednesday for couples to go abroad to have a baby via surrogacy. Since taking office in 2022, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has outside a highly conservative social agenda looking to promote what she sees as traditional family values, making it harder for LGBTQ couples to become legal parents.
11 members of an Amish family are hospitalized in Pennsylvania after eating toxic mushrooms. A member of the family in southern Peach Bottom Township told authorities they got sick after eating wild mushrooms they found in the woods. The family of 11 consisted of a man, woman, and their 9 children that ranged from ages 1 to 39. Laura Taylor, chief of Southern York County Emergency Medical Service, says, quote, "It was wild mushrooms, but the hospital would have to confirm the type," end quote. All 11 members of the family were treated and released overnight.
6 people have been arrested as part of an investigation into a wine fraud ring that had allegedly sold fake French wine for up to $16,300 per bottle. Police searched 14 properties and seized large amounts of wine bottles, counterfeit stickers from top French vineyards, and machines used to recap bottles.
Parents are suing Hingham High School in Massachusetts after their son was punished for using AI in his paper. Jennifer and Dale Harris, the teen's parents, told WCVB, ABC's Boston affiliate, that their son used AI to assist with a research for a history paper, but he did not use it to write the paper. Jennifer Harris claims, "They told us our son cheated on a paper, which is not what happened." When the teenager was found to be using AI, he received a negatively impacted grade and detention. During the federal court filing, the family claimed their son would suffer irreparable harm. Because of this incident, he was barred from entering the National Honor Society. The filing accused the school of lack of clarity surrounding AI use and called for the school to exclude the 0 from the boy's grade and induct him into the National Honor Society. The filing also, quote, called for school administrators to undergo training in the use and implementation of artificial intelligence in the classroom, schools, and educational environment by a duly qualified third party not employed by the district, end quote.
Now we will check in with Brielle Sheelan for the forecast this week. What's the weather looking like, Brielle?
Thanks, John. This week is a perfect week for fall festivities. It's looking warmer and quite sunny with little to no rain. Today's high will be 65 and sunny with mild humidity and low winds. Tonight's temperatures will drop down to 36 and will remain clear. This weekend will go up to the high 70s, low 60s, and we'll have sunny skies. Next week, we'll start off in the low to mid 70s and we will have lows in the high 40s. Continuing the sun. We will see some clouds on Wednesday, which will peak at 72, and highs dropping to 66 Thursday. Friday will be partly cloudy in the high 50s to end off the week. With your TVM weather report, this is Brielle Sheelan.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived! Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to TVM News. Let's check in with Vincent Goldschmidt for the latest in the sports world.
Thanks, Colby. Following their first loss in nearly a month to Cortland, the Pacers field hockey team began conference play, hosting the Marywood-University Knights. Graduate transfer Maria Tamada collected her second hat trick as a Pacer as Marywood whooped the Knights 6-0. They return to action tomorrow against the Immaculata University Mighty Macs. The men's golf team struggled in the Biondi Memorial Tri-Match, finishing third behind Keene University and Mount St. Mary's University, shooting 153 over par across the 2 days. Keene's Logan Perrone led the pack, finishing 16 over par, with Marywood's top performer being Zach Valesky, shooting 32 over par, good for 9th in the match. The Pacers' final match of the fall is Monday afternoon as they face the Lebanon Valley College. The women's soccer team seems destined for a national tournament run, moving to 10-3-1 with their victories at Newman University and Centenary University. Just 2 matches after Riley Mulhern joined the 100-point club, Josephine Soares joined her teammate with a 32nd-minute goal in the Pacers' destruction of the Cyclones, 8-0. Marywood looks to remain unbeaten in conference as they host the Marywood-University Saints, who enter the game 3-0 in AEC play. Make sure to tune in live to the broadcast tomorrow, presented by TV-Marywood Sports. Switching over to the national scene, where the city of New York might be on explosion watch following the constant big news and anticipation of its teams. Monday night saw the Buffalo Bills narrowly edge the New York Jets 23-20. Both teams shook up their offenses Tuesday afternoon. The Jets made the first move, bringing in quarterback Aaron Rodgers' former favorite wide receiver, Davante Adams, from the Las Vegas Raiders, after weeks of rumors swirling. Shortly after that bombshell, their division rivals matched their move, acquiring 5-time Pro Bowl receiver Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns. Both pass catchers have been household names in the league for a while and will look to boost these AFC East offenses. The NBA season kicks off Tuesday following a long offseason that saw the New York Knicks revitalize their team. Bronny James joined his father in Los Angeles, and Team USA take home the gold medal in the Olympics. The season starts in Beantown as the reigning NBA champion Boston Celtics host the New Look Knicks, followed by the Minnesota Timberwolves, led by budding superstar Anthony Edwards, as they head to Crypto.com Arena to face LeBron James and the Lakers. The MLB postseason rages on, with the Mets' miraculous season being on the ropes after dropping consecutive games by blowout to the Dodgers, now down in the series 3-1, with Game 5 taking place in Queens tonight. As for the American League, the New York Yankees are ahead of the Cleveland Guardians in the ALCS as they look to make their first World Series appearance since 2009, with Game 4 starting at 8 p.m. tonight. Could we see the second Subway Series of the 21st century, the 12th Yankees-Dodgers World Series, the most in MLB history, or could we see the Guardians have their chance to win the first World Series in over 75 years? That's all for sports. TV-News will return after these messages.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived! Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
From a dog happy to be home to an agitated, endangered big cat captured near Chicago this weekend was a good one.
Check out this heartwarming homecoming hug years in the making. Retired military dog Dasty joyfully reunited with former handler U.S. Army Sergeant Mike Fletcher. The pair partnered up while in service from 2018 until 2022, including a deployment to Afghanistan where they were tasked with explosives detection and patrol. Dasty not only did his job, he also became an unofficial mascot on base. When Mike left the Army in 2022 and moved to Wisconsin, he was separated from Dasty until this year when the 10-year-old Dutch Shepherd retired due to old age. That's when American Humane stepped in, helping reconnect the old pals, bringing them back together. Mike and his family have now adopted Dasty and plan to give him a comfortable retirement. Mike says having his best friend by his side will help his ongoing transition to civilian life. From a dog happy to be home to a clearly agitated, endangered big cat captured near Chicago.
The moment I saw it, I thought to myself, I have no idea what that is. It's not normal.
This caracal had been roaming a neighborhood for days when a homeowner spotted the animal and called authorities. When police arrived, a 2-hour chase ensued before the feline fled under a deck. Officers pried a board loose and tranquilized the cat so they could get it into a cage. Don't worry, the animal was not harmed and is now at an animal sanctuary. According to the San Diego Zoo, these cats are native to Africa and the Middle East, so how the heck did it end up here? Or take a look at this. I'm Patrick Cornell.
Well, I hope that cat's doing better.
I hope so. Maybe TVM can adopt that bobcat, right?
That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the TV-Marywood YouTube page to see all the latest content TVM has to offer. And follow the TVM Instagram page to stay up to date.
For Goldschmidt, Brielle, Sheelan, and everyone at TVM News, I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm John Downey. Have a great weekend, Marywood.